We're all hunters, we're deal makers. But if unless you have a farming method too, then I think you're really going to miss out on some great yields, some great crops.
Yeah, great point. Recently, man, we've had some really cool things happening on a couple of the platforms. Let's talk about the SPAC podcast. Mike Blankenship and what he's been doing over the last year. Incredible guest. But he even has done some new things. And now we've got this SPAC conversation that he's starting to really dive in and giving people his conversations and his ideas. Talk a little bit about what that's going to do and how that even came to be and getting Mike comfortable with saying, yes, let's start having these kind of conversations.
Yeah, man, he's so great to work with. Him and I first met doing a podcast on the Investor Relations podcast, and we were talking about the dynamics of the legal aspects of capital raising and investor relations. We stayed in touch. We built a relationship. We became friends. And then one day I reached out to him. I bought a bunch of domains and domain properties, and I reached out to him with a vision. And I said, you know what? You're one of the top SPAC attorneys in the world. I was like, you know what we should do is we should start a show for SPACs. And he goes, I love it. I'm in. Right. I couldn't even stop talking about it. And he's like, I'm in, like, shut up, like, let's go. And we started out the SPAC podcast with a short strategy. This is, what we do on YouTube. And we started out with a short strategy on YouTube, and it became one of the top rated shows on SPACs. Now there's not many, but being a new show, it quickly took off, and we've had incredible guests. And one thing I've learned about Mike is he's really sharp. He's extremely bright. So we went from that short strategy that got the ball rolling, and now we're going more into longer detail and into more in the weeds of strategies and tactics within a SPAC from startup to kind of the finished product. So something to expect kind of moving forward are longer conversations with SPAC investors. Now, guys, these are deals that are like hundreds of millions of dollars. These are not like small things. So like hearing the strategies and how these people think and how they raise capital and how they go about looking for targets is something you do not want to miss, especially if you're in the world of, private equity, mergers and acquisitions, because man, you might be sitting in front of a gold mine and have a SPAC opportunity that could be, super helpful for your portfolio. So that's what we're really excited about. And Mike's doing a great job.